Today, I wanted to do a part 2 of the Ideal Client series. A few weeks ago, I posted a YouTube video about why it is so important to understand your ideal client to grow your business. Just to recap quickly what was said in part 1, understanding who your ideal client is, so their personality, their family situation, if they're married, if they're single, how old they are, how much they earn, what they like to do on the weekend. All of this is going to help you create a profile of who your ideal client is, and as a result, you're going to be able to create content more easily, content that's going to provide value, that's going to answer their concerns, their challenges. So you definitely need to spend some time creating a profile of the common traits your clients, your existing or past clients have. Then you need to be clear on the where. Where do they hang out? Whether it's a location, an actual place, or it's a social media platform. It could be Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram. If you're not marketing your services on the right platform, you're going to be talking to the wrong crowd. So your content could be amazing, but if you don't post it on the right platform, you're never going to be speaking to your ideal client. Then lastly, you need to be clear on the what. What are their pain points? What are their challenges? Because the more you understand what their problems are, the easier it's going to be to create a service or a product or improve an existing one to match what they need or want. So this is just a quick recap about what was said in the first video. I will link it down below if you want to have a look. It's a short video, but there's a lot of content in it, so make sure you check it out. Today, I wanted to do a part 2 to give you an example for my own business of how unclear I was about who my ideal client was, and how by getting clarity, I was able to improve my services, I was able to improve my offer, I was able to improve the client experience, and I was able to make more money. When I first started my business, I thought I was kind of talking to every type of interior designers working on their own, interior designers who had a small team, interior designers who had a big team, women, men. So obviously my content was not detailed enough because I was trying to speak to every type of interior designer. Because it was at the beginning, I had very few clients, which makes sense. You need to create, you need to build a reputation, you need to build a business. What I did is that I took the few clients that I did get and I started looking at similarities between them. So for example, I noticed that there were more women than men. There were women working by themselves rather than big companies, which kind of made sense because then they would have more people working with them who could in-house provide the services that I'm providing, so that did make sense. I could define an age group as well, and so on. So you start creating a profile based on your existing and past clients, and this is a really good base to start off. Once you have that, you're going to slowly change your content, because if you always go back to your ideal clients, everything that you do is going to be speaking directly to them. So even my branding started to change, my color scheme, the way that I was talking on my posts, the videos, everything that I did started to change based on who my ideal client became. Then I also identified what was the best platform that I could find my ideal client. For me, it was with Instagram. And although there are a few platforms, it's best not to try to tackle all the platforms at once, because that's going to be a lot of work, especially if you're getting started and you don't know much about marketing, or it's still taking you a long time to think about ideas for your content, how you can provide value, and then create the content. Then it's better to stick to 1 or 2 platforms. So for me, I knew that Instagram was a great place to start. And so I started just defining every week what I wanted to talk about that I knew was going to help them. Then the what came in very handy, because by speaking directly to them, and that's very important, you need to be speaking to your clients. It's about caring. It's not about trying to get someone's money and then not caring if your service or product was helpful to them. It's about creating a real relationship with those clients, understanding if they're happy with the services, what they think could be improved or added. So it's about having a real relationship where you can talk to that person and understand what they need or want and want. So make sure that you spend some time getting feedback from your clients. So by having a basic understanding of their pain points and then also talking to them to get direct feedback about what they needed, what they were struggling with, what worked for them or didn't work for them, I was able to create real value in my content and answer their pain points directly. Understanding what their challenges were also helped me better my services. So when I got started, that's a big one actually, because I started with packages that didn't match what they could afford or what they wanted. For example, I had this monthly package, monthly subscription of 20 hours, and that just was not successful because it was a big chunk of money for them, and the fact that their workload was still quite irregular, it didn't make sense for them to get a monthly subscription. I removed that package knowing that it's not what they were looking for, and I stick to packages that were very flexible because flexibility was the main advantage for them to get my services. Once you understand who they are and what they need and what their challenges are, you're going to be better equipped to provide quality content, value that will help them. You're going to be able to market your services on the right platforms so that they can see your amazing content. And then third, by understanding their problems, you're also going to be able to improve your services to match what they need and want. It's a work that needs to be done regularly because your ideal client might be changing, or they might have more requests. Or, I have clients who come to me and they say, Kris, do you have this service because I'm really looking for help with this? Do you have someone who can help me? It's about listening and nurturing your clients so that you can constantly improve your services or add new services that they will need. So I hope that was helpful. If you have any questions, please leave a comment and I'll make sure that I answer them.